I really believe that a person is born with likes and dislikes, and I was born liking horses. My mother tells me that from the time before I could even talk, I'd notice horses and pointed them out to them. But one thing we did as I was growing up on the farm, we'd go to the Iowa State Fair every summer for about a week, and I would get up early in the morning, and as a young boy, and you could do that back in those days, things were safer then, and I'd go down while it's still dark and watch people work horses. And of course I wasn't able to go to the horse show. It cost too much for me to go to the horse show, so I'd watch them go in and out of the horse show pavilion. But I've always had this interest in the horse, and I think a lot of people have those interests, but we need to be exposed to them. And I think it's important that we expose people to the Hackney pony and Hackney horse, and they might find out that that's the type of animal they'd like to have association with. And this was a thing that was part of my life, and I thought, well, when I get older, I would be able to have some of these ponies, and my father let me have ponies as I'd grown up. I had a pony when I was 4 years old, given to me from my grandfather, and I just always loved horses. But when I saw the athletic ability of a Hackney, that's the one that the breed that I decided that I wanted to have eventually and have a part in. So I think it's important that we expose these animals to as many people as possible. When we were getting started showing, wanting to show ponies, of course we'd show weanlings in the futurity, maybe a yearling. But I think about the first year we showed in the weanling division at the Illinois State Fair, and those classes were quite large, and we were stabled in a tent, and we thought we had a nice colt there, and we were sitting there on a chair close to our stalls, didn't have anything very nice to sit on and do, but we were waiting to show, and people walking through the tent looking at horses, and they came to our stall and said, "Oh, that is really a cute mule colt there." And then another person came by and said, "Well, that can really hear good." And the thing of it was that this colt had long ears, and we thought it was a nice colt, but it really wasn't. And so that was kind of humorous. So we made a lot of mistakes. And one humorous time I can recall that actually was kind of embarrassing for me. We'd showed for several years in hand and in the futurities, and I had raised a pony called Pizzazz, and I wanted to put him in harness. He was a 3-year-old, so we got him ready and finally got a harness and a vehicle to show him in, and we took him to a local show here, and got him in the ring, and Sandy helped me get him in, and there was only like 3 or 4 ponies in the ring, and there was, in the middle of the ring, a man with a cowboy outfit on, blue jeans and a cowboy shirt and cowboy boots, and another man that was in the ring that had a suit on and looked very professional. And so I was showing this pony, and when I'd get in front of the man with the cowboy outfit, why, I'd crack this pony with her whip to make it go forward because it wanted to back off first time being in the ring. And then when I'd get in front of the man with the suit on, I'd have him set up and looking pretty good. And of course, when the results were counted and announced, I placed, I think, last in the class, and I didn't think I was quite that bad, but I found out after the class that the person that I was making the pony look good for was a ringman, and when in front of the judge, I was giving him the crack of the whip and making him go forward. So anyway, that was a learning experience for me.